Hey everyone, if you're standing here wondering whether this Soundcraft FX16ii is the right mixer for your live shows or small studio sessions, I get it. You don't want to drop cash on something that ends up being too big, too small, or just not the right tool for what you actually do. The last thing you need is another piece of gear collecting dust because it didn't fit your workflow. So let's cut through the noise and talk about whether this mixer is worth your time and money. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, this isn't a beginner's toy. It's a 16-channel mono mixer with 26 total inputs, including 4 stereo returns, so it's built for people who need more than just a simple PA system. If you're running a small band, doing live sound for a venue that's not stadium-sized, or tracking a demo in a home studio, this could be the sweet spot. But if you're a solo creator or just starting out, you might feel like you're overpaying for inputs you'll never use. The FX16ii gives you 4 subgroups that can route to the main mix, which is handy when you're managing multiple sources like drums, guitars, and vocals without wanting to drown everything in one big fader. Now, the headline feature is the built-in Lexicon 24-bit effects processor. That's not just a gimmick. Lexicon is known for its reverb and delay algorithms, and having it on board means you're not hunting for external units or rack space. If you're doing live sound and need consistent, high-quality effects without extra gear, this saves you both money and setup headaches. But here's the catch, it's not a full digital mixer. You're still working with analog faders and routing, so if you're looking for recallable scenes or total recall automation, this isn't it. That's a trade-off. You get the Lexicon sound and the tactile control of an analog desk, but you lose some of the digital conveniences that higher-end mixers offer. Let's talk about real-world use. If you're running a live band with a drummer, 2 guitars, a bass, and vocals, you'll appreciate the 16 mono channels. You can mic everything up cleanly, use subgroups for drums or backing tracks, and still have room for effects. The direct outputs on each channel are clutch if you're recording a live session or need to send individual tracks to a recorder. That's a feature you don't always see on mixers at this price point, and it's a big reason why people rate this thing highly. But it's not perfect for every situation. If you're running a full worship band with keyboards, multiple vocalists, and in-ear monitors, you might find the 4-bus architecture limiting. You can't easily create separate monitor mixes for each musician without some creative patching, and that's where more advanced digital mixers start to look appealing. Also, while the Lexicon effects are solid, they're not as deep as what you'd get from a dedicated outboard unit. If you're a producer who relies on boutique reverbs or delays, you might still end up buying external pedals down the line. Who should buy this? If you're a live sound engineer, a small studio owner, or a musician who needs a reliable, effects-equipped mixer without breaking the bank, this is a smart pick. It's not the cheapest option out there, but it's not overpriced for what it delivers. The value comes from having Lexicon on board, the direct outputs, and enough channels to handle a real band without feeling cramped. Who should skip it? If you're a solo creator, a podcaster, or someone who only needs a handful of inputs, this is overkill. You'd be better off with a smaller mixer that's easier to set up and transport. Also, if you need recallable settings or advanced routing, look elsewhere. This mixer is more about hands-on control than digital flexibility. So, is it worth it? If your needs line up with what this mixer offers, absolutely. It's a solid piece of gear that gives you pro-level effects and enough inputs to handle real-world scenarios. Just make sure you're not buying it for features it doesn't have, like recallable scenes or deep digital routing. If that's what you need, you'll want to step up to a digital mixer. Either way, check out the link in the description if you want to see the details for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.